Moving along nicely, aren't we? You're piecing him back together faster than I expected. We're getting closer to the end. And since you've proven yourself so capable, maybe it's time. You should have enough power now to enter his mansion. Here, go to this place and see if the door opens for you. No. If you want to know the truth about the man pulling the strings, it's time you took a look behind the curtain. It's the house of someone I once called my employer, Orin. The same one whose plans got you out of the island asylum. I don't know. We stopped seeing eye to eye on certain things, and our relationship soured. No, not really. There's one last piece of Arthur's soul waiting for you. The third artifact. His crown, this time. You'll find it deep in the Forlorn Swords, in the capital city of Dalriata. Meet with Gerfan. He'll either attack you on sight, or explain everything patiently, depending on how he feels about... Well, you'll see for yourself. How would I know? I'd say going into Dalriata territory is a surprise all on its own. But don't worry, they've got bigger problems at the moment than you sneaking off with their sacred helmet. Once you're done, meet me at the Charred Conclave. That's where we'll finish this, one way or another.
something. Keep your eyes peeled. Nice theory. You'll fall to my door.
Greetings, my king. If you're seeing this message, it means Caradoc has fulfilled his task, and the wheel of destiny has begun to turn. I am Orin, your majesty's devoted servant, and the apprentice of your friend Merlin. Nothing would bring me greater joy than meeting you face to face. Alas, that must wait, for our paths have yet to cross. though I hope it will be soon. In the meantime, please treat my home as your own. Make yourself comfortable. Rest from your hardships, and seek the knowledge you require. And you, brave vessel, remember to heed your lord, King Arthur, now and always.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Looking for shelter, traveler? You're welcome. Oh? And where'd you... I didn't know our stories had traveled so far, but I suppose a tale... So... Aye, that's the way of it. They drain. I'm sorry, He used iron, didn't he? To forge a heart. You... Twice. Once for a man whose wife's the other. Well, it beats... Aye, it's the only metal fit for such a task. Bring me those and I'll forge the heart. No, not every Dal... They've always kept peace with... But with those Camelot... Oh, and you've met all of... Oh, so I...
Hey, you there. Non Rita. Good to see you, stranger. Not many souls pass through these lands anymore. A weird night hit, and I ran out of cobweb. Nothing to worry about. I've suffered worse back in the day. I'm Kedrun of the Volker tribe, by the way. And you're clearly not from around here. What brings you to our humble homeland? Just don't tell me you're a Camelosian spy. I'll fight you if I have to, but I'd prefer to get my strength back first. Bold of you. If I weren't injured, I might have fought you anyway, just to warm up. But since you're already here, and I need some time to pull myself together, how about doing me a favor? And to answer the question you haven't asked yet, yes, there's something in it for you. Like not being killed by my Dalrita kin the second they see your face. Oh, you could, but you wouldn't get far. That much I'm sure of. I need you to find Gerfan and inform him of my situation. I can't complete the task he gave me. He's also the one who can grant you safe passage through our lands. Without it, things might turn bloody real quick. The capital, you can't miss it. It looms over everything, always watching, like an overbearing mother. Used to be the place where all the tribes came together. Now it's quiet. That should tell you something. Head for the sword on the horizon. You'll find your way. Sure. No need to step closer. I won't bite. Oi, you, stranger. Got a minute or not? Step closer. I won't bite. Oi, you, stranger. Got a minute or not? Come here. Oi, you, stranger. Got a minute or not? Hey, you there. Non Rita.
Your money or your life? You're in for a world of hurt. This is how it's done. We'll make short work of you. That's all you.
We'll make short work of you. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. You're no match for our man. Your money or your life? Stay focused. This is my lucky day. Who goes there? What a win! How's that supposed to hurt? You survived that!
Step closer, I won't bite. Step closer, I won't bite. Oi, you, stranger.
I sensed your approach, my king. I, Gurfan of the Gunvaldir tribe, salute you as my forefathers decreed. Ah, so you're still speaking with your own voice. Good. At least I won't have to bother with that formal drivel Camelot loves so much. Tell me, how does it work with the two of you? Does the king speak through you sometimes? Or is he just a passenger in your head? Will he ever come out and talk to me face to face? Or does he just sit there quietly, never getting involved? Either way, I've got a few things to say to him. Not exactly polite ones. Ah, so he won't be speaking. Still too weak, is he? Not surprising. Well, then give my regards to the old man. Tell him the Gunvaldir tribe stayed loyal to the old treaties right to the end. The same can't be said of the Camelocians. Pack of cowardly dogs without honor. I hope Arthur's squirming in your head, seeing what his beloved capital has been up to. Normal ones, honorable. He entrusted us with the forlorn swords and his crown, the one he used to command giants. We were sworn to guard them. In return, Camelot was supposed to leave us alone, now and forever. But the Camelocians didn't hold up their end of the deal. May their souls rot in the weirdness. Can you hear me, Arthur? The treaty is rubbish. I'm rallying the tribes, and we're marching on Camelot. Nothing can stop us anymore. Except ourselves, damn it. Why? He's barely gotten his life back, and not even all of it. Does he have a death wish or something? There's a passage, sure. And if you're Arthur, it will open for you. Go ahead if you think you're strong enough. Nobody's gonna stop you. But let me warn you, it's not gonna be an easy journey, or a short one. Well, the giants are asleep, at least on the surface. But below, what if they wake up when they see Arthur? I doubt they'll be happy. And if the giants weren't enough, there are still the monsters, and other surprises. The legends about this place make it all pretty clear. If I were you, I wouldn't go in there. At least, not until you're sure you have the strength to handle what's hiding inside. Or without the blessing of the tribes, as agreed 600 years ago. You'd know that if you remembered our agreements, Arthur. Yes, the funny thing about our king, as you may already know, was that he was pretty sure of himself and his abilities. He knew he could march in there, grab his crown whenever he wanted, so he didn't sweat when he made a deal with our ancestors. He said he'd come back for his royal hat, only if the kingdom was in a dire situation, and if all tribes agreed to let him. Traditionally, this was meant to be done during a moot, an assembly of the tribes, and I'm calling one, so we can help each other out, if you're up for it. Well, I need the chieftains to come here, because we have to agree on a united front if we're going to fight Camelot. And I want to make damn sure that we fight Camelot not as a solitary tribe, like hot-headed One-Eye once, but as a united force. But I'm worried that something might be keeping them from leaving their villages. I'd like you to look into it. They won't. Our tribes aren't exactly known for getting along, and gathering them all in one place at the same time. That's almost a miracle. But now they've left Gunvaldir in its time of need, and they're ashamed. And that's even worse. That's why you have to shame them even more, so that they have no choice but to come here or risk their honor. And if they say they won't come because, then you'll deal with a because, right? After all, you're the king, aren't you? Exactly. There's only one sane course of action, but you do you. I'll be waiting. I'm not going anywhere. As a Gunvaldir, I've got nowhere to go anyway. Yes? Who have you managed to convince? eye for an eye. Does that surprise? I was the one, but for that. If you ask me, they got scared. The giant, we were glad, and that's us. Well, you see, the Dalrita befriended the giants long before. We honor them because we believe. What can I tell you? I'm still here, and so is One Eye. We were brave, proud, and deeply. I won't tell you more than that. King Arthur. His presence, your words, your actions. The Gunvelder haven't for, but don't mistake my recognition. As of now, 4. So, looks like fate itself decided. But Kedron, that's grim. If he sent a non, I won't let that go. Truth is, I'd sent him to do.
out. No entry, outsider. And you've got the seal. Funny how he only remembers us when he needs something. Fine. Go on then, and speak with our chieftain, Angsvar. Just try not to piss him or anyone off. The only other way out of this village is a long drop straight down.
You don't belong here. Mother speaks and I listen. She says you must be tested. You don't want to fight? Ha! Weakness has no place here. You'll...
Greetings, stranger. I'm Engsvar, the chieftain of the Volkio tribe. What brings you here? Ah, Taig. Taig was a problem. The poor man had gone mad. He claimed to hear Mother's voice, that the goddess was commanding him to fight and die a noble death. Someone would have granted him that death long ago. It would have been kinder than his torment. But defeating a madman in combat brings no honor, so he suffered. And we suffered alongside him. Your act was an act of mercy. It's good that someone finally took it upon themselves to do it. We'll need to inform Helmi, Taig's widow. It's best if you handle it. Offer her your condolences. And don't worry, she'll understand that it had to be done. Really, me, a representative of the madmen forsaken by Mother. Does he think I don't know we're the joke of the other tribes? What? Does he want them to laugh in my face instead of behind my back? That's what we are in the eyes of the other Dalrita. Sure, they respect our berserker's fury, when it's not too frequent, and when it happens to serve their battles. But deep down, they see it as madness. They're afraid that in our rage, we might mistake them for the enemy. An agreement. For centuries, every tribe has only looked out for itself. A single conversation isn't going to change that. Besides, with the others there, we'll never be treated as equals. That's just the way it's always been. Unfortunately, I must refuse. The vocal tribe will not join the moot. We have our own issues to attend to. There is one thing, but I'm not sure you can do much about it. It's embarrassing to ask an outsider for help, but I have no other choice. Not far from the village, there's a hill that used to be the seat of our elders. At least, it was. Until bandits moved in and likely killed everyone there. They've destroyed the bridge, fortified the stronghold, and now they sit there, practically spitting in our faces. I know. We've fallen far. Once, we were a proud tribe. Now, we're stuck watching petty thugs parade around our own land. Mother is clearly showing us what she thinks of us. We did. We lost too many good warriors. We underestimated them. On top of that, many Volkir left to join One Eye. So our numbers are thin. We don't even have our berserker potion. We lost it, along with Mother's grace. Yes, but if my warriors couldn't do it, I don't expect you to manage it alone. Still, maybe if you could sneak in there somehow and... I don't know. Either way, anyone who helps drive those dogs off our land will be rewarded. I appreciate your courage, though I hope it is courage, and not just foolish bravado.
Oh, Tiga, what have you done? Why did you leave me like this? So brave, yet so foolish. What am I supposed to do now? Oh, you startled me. Barging into a Dalrita woman's house without knocking. You're lucky to still be breathing. Wait, you're the one who gave him a good death, aren't you? I'm Helmi. Yes, Tega was my husband. And I suppose I should thank you. I'm only sorry that Tega is gone. But I am grateful to you. You acted honorably, allowing him to challenge you. No one else was willing to do it. The Del Rida think fighting a madman is dishonorable, as if madness could be caught like a sickness. Madder, help me, it's utter nonsense. My poor Tega. He'd be the first I'd like to kill. But without my husband and without my calling, I don't know what would happen to me if they cast me out. Well, I'll manage somehow. I've survived one heartbreak with Meder. I'll survive another. Now, please, just leave me alone. I don't believe Meder was speaking to him. And I know what I'm talking about. Before I got married, my greatest dream was to become the Volker matron. But I believe that he believed it. That's why they thought he was mad. If I had become a priestess, Tega would still be alive. I would have loved him from afar, but at least he'd still be here. It's hard not to. Maybe there was something I could have done. Maybe I missed some symptoms, signs that his illness was getting worse. It's nice of you to try and comfort me, but I need to deal with my grief on my own. Though I'll admit, right now, I'd gladly kill half of my tribe. Especially those who refuse to grant him a good death. Maybe he was. He definitely hadn't been himself lately. You see, my Tega was never a particularly pious man. I sent him to appease Madar with an offering once when my health began to fail. I won't lie. I was frustrated with my own weakness because going to the temple had always been both my duty and my joy. But Tega went there because he loved me deeply. That's when it all started. I recovered, but he kept going to the temple. Sometimes multiple times a day. He said Madar was speaking to him and that it was his duty to listen to her. He said the fate of our marriage and the fate of all the Volker depended on it. The problem was he started taking all the food we had and we began to go hungry. That's when the real arguments started. So what fate of our marriage was he even talking about? Now that I think about it, it was such a stupid reason to fight. I should have gone with him, found out what he was talking about. But what's done is done. Tega's dead. Go ahead if you want to. I've been there myself, but Madar didn't say a word to me, as you can probably imagine. But who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe there really is something that reveals itself only to the chosen. If you find it, kill it for me, in Tega's memory. I'd be lying if I said it's the dream of every little Volker girl. It's the most respected position for a woman in our tribe, but it's also the heaviest responsibility. If Madar's voice truly exists, it doesn't speak with words. You feel it in your soul. It's a calling. And her voice was screaming inside me. I truly wanted to give myself to her, but the elders decided I wasn't fit for the role. And then there was Tega, whom I learned to love in time. Easy or not, it was my calling. And I truly believed I was the right choice. But the elders said I was too hot-headed to bear that responsibility. Me? Hot-headed? Can you believe that? Exactly. Go ahead, try saying otherwise. If every Dilrida was as honest as I am, our tribes would have united and supported each other long ago. No one's going to try and convince me otherwise.
Ah, so you're the one who lit up the sad old pillar. You almost caused a stir among those sad lumps. Almost. So, I guess you're not exactly what they've been waiting for. But you've certainly piqued my curiosity. This tribe. Once hailed as mighty warriors. Now they're just sitting around, waiting for someone to save them. If it's not their matron they're hoping for, then it's for the pillar to flood the village in scarlet light. They've lost their purpose and are desperate for someone to give it back to them. That's what they call their priestess. She disappeared long ago and never returned. The Volker claim she took Mater's favor with her, leaving them cursed. They act like a spoiled child whose mother suddenly got cross with them, and they can't understand what is happening. It should be amusing, but somehow it's not. That's a good question. The pillar reacted to me when I first arrived, although very faintly. And now it's reacting to you for some undeniably fascinating reasons I'd love to hear about. But here's the real puzzle. Why does the pillar respond to creatures touched by the weirdness? And what exactly are they waiting for if nothing is ever enough? I doubt even Angsvar could answer that, but you should ask him anyway. I'm quite curious to hear what he'll tell you. Meet me later at the temple, fellow brother in the weirdness. I have a feeling we'll have plenty to talk about. Hello again, fellow outsider. Why, Chasing mysteries, of course. You know what I find most fascinating about the Volker? Almost all of them carry the traces of it run through their... Angsvar let me stay because the pillar glowed when I arrived, and everyone decided it meant something. Salvation, a new beginning, anything to pull them out of this mire. I turned out to be none of those things. So I promised him I'd at least try to figure out how to open these damn doors without the matron's totem. So far, I've failed spectacularly at that too. There's no priestess, no goddess, and barely any believers. Hardly enough to call it a temple, is it? Faith breaks so easily. That's why we don't believe in locking it away in buildings. Or people, for that matter. Other than their famous battle rage being less about their goddess's wrath and more about the weirdness churning behind these doors? Not much, sadly. The mysteries just keep piling up as they always do. Speaking of which, there's something I want to ask you. You're not one of my kin, yet you almost feel like one. It's a bit distracting. Tell me, what's your secret? I did say almost, didn't I? I may not know every Pict on Avalon, but I know my own when I see them. It's always a pleasure.
Come closer, dearie. Tell me. Ah, you're a real charmer, aren't you? Men outside the Dill Reader don't put
Watch your step. Wouldn't want you to slip. I'll be keeping my eye. Watch out.
Really? How? No, don't tell me. Let it stay between you and Mother. I feel she has a hand in this. Thank you for stepping up for us. I promised a hefty reward, and now it's yours. And since Mother helped with reclaiming the seat of the Elders, maybe her grace will also guide us with the matter of the Inti Temple. Frigg, the matron who served there, disappeared one fateful day. We searched everywhere, but it was no use. It was like she vanished into thin air. The sacred totem of Mother, passed down from matron to matron, disappeared with her. Without it, we can't appoint a successor, and the temple has remained empty ever since. It's hard to blame her. She left after the massacre of Gunvalder. Her daughter was with a man from that tribe, and was in the village when it happened. Frigg was furious that we didn't come to their aid. But tell me, would anyone have helped us if the situation had been reversed? Of course not. I've spent years questioning whether I made the right decision back then. Even now, I don't have an answer. And I no longer have the strength to dwell on it. You're right. Only a matron can brew the sacred potion that allows us to enter the battle frenzy. Without it, the Volker tribe isn't worth much. We gave up searching for her a long time ago. It's pointless. Mother made her judgment clear, but if you're set on trying anyway, speak with Bride. He'll know more than I do.
It's always a pleasure to see you, fellow outsider. What brings you here today? Matron Frigg. I doubt she'd have been pleased to see me here, in a place that belonged only to her and those who came before. The Volkers say she cursed them and left, that Mater herself hid her tracks so she could never be found. They're wrong. At least about finding her. She may be gone, but her presence is everywhere. You just need to follow it. You've seen it by now. On Avalon, the weirdness is always there. Thick in some places, thin in others, but never truly gone. And everyone leaves their mark on it. Some faint, some strong, but someone like the Volker matron, she'd leave a trail bright as a blaze. You just need to find it. First, you'll need to sharpen your senses to the weirdness. I have something that can help, but before you set out, I want to ask a favor. When you find the totem, don't go running straight to Angsvar. Bring it here instead. If a new matron takes her place, these doors will close to both of us forever, and I need to know what's behind them. I'll repay you, I promise. Answers and more. Excellent. I can hardly wait. Here, ether bloom. Woven with ethereal cobweb and just a hint of wolfsbane. You'll need to smoke it. Be brave.
What's your...
With our luck, it couldn't have ended any other way. But the totem, was it with her? If so, we can at least name her successor. Could it be that Mother is finally smiling upon us? Thank you. Feels like seeing the first light of dawn after a night that refused to end. But this isn't the end of our misfortunes. Elspeth, the girl chosen to be the next matron, took her own life today. Threw herself onto the rocks. Hard to say. It's been a dark time for all of us. But maybe she had her own burdens. Ones we never saw. Shame she chose such a dishonor. Shame she did it. Certain, she was well liked. Nobody would have had anything to gain from her death. And I refuse to believe that any Volker would kill their own kin. Especially not a matron-to-be. We need a matron. And if she won't name one, I'll have to do it myself. It goes against tradition. But I don't have a choice. Maybe you should check Elspeth's hut. See if she left any notes or hints about who should follow her.
It's always a pleasure to see you, fellow outsider. What brings you here today? Oh, now that is exciting. But please, the honor should be yours. You're the one who put in all the hard work, after all. I'll be right behind you. Oh, you're back. I tried following you, but the door shut right in front of my face. Almost on my nose, to be honest. Maybe I could go in now, but first I'd rather you just tell me what happened in there. A four-dweller? Ah, so it's just as I suspected. But why would a four-dweller be in what's supposed to be the Temple of Meter? Angsvar told me the pillar in the village was ancient, and that back in the day it would blaze scarlet with Mater's true fury. But we both know that it simply reacts to creatures touched by the weirdness, and it hardly ever blazed for either of us. That's because it's tuned to react specifically to the four-dwellers. I know that Alrita fought alongside King Arthur against them, but it still doesn't explain why this one tribe has a pillar like that. Oh, I see now! According to the Volker legends, the first berserkers were born on the battlefield during the war with the four-dwellers. Mater was supposed to lend them her anger and strength, but maybe the truth is far more visceral. Blood has power. The druids always knew that. And the blood of a four-dweller must have been the purest weirdness, the purest intent. If you believed it could make you invincible, then that's exactly what it would do. War is disgusting. Blood, rot, viscera, it's all part of it. What happens in war is never pretty. Maybe, once. It could have been a captive, brought here by the Dalrita and hidden in the vault. But there's no way it survived for 600 years, being bled over and over again. Nothing could endure that. At least, I hope not. I think it's an apparition of the weirdness. Same with the blood. But with intent that strong, sustained for so long, it's probably indistinguishable from the real thing. Well, I can't say for certain. Although personally, I don't believe she's truly on Avalon. As for the potion, her wrath isn't really hers. It's born of the weirdness. That's why so many of the Volker still have its traces coursing through their veins. Once someone drinks the potion, it stays with them. But that much weirdness all at once for someone so unprepared? Well, it can't be good for them. No wonder other tribes thought they were madmen. And no wonder there are so few left. You will do with this knowledge what you see fit. Angsvar and I, we've had our differences. I doubt he'd believe me. And honestly, I'm not brave enough to try to convince him. Now, I promised you a reward. I'll give you something he refused, but it might be of some use to you. I've managed to create a recipe for something similar to their potion. It's not as potent, but now that I know what it is, it's far less damaging to the body. Take it. You look like you've still got a long journey ahead of you. The potion is sacred to the Volker. What I've made isn't. He worried that instead of giving his tribe a new purpose, it would only hasten their decline. And I think he might have been right. Don't mention it. I think I'll stay here for a while and see. Who knows? Maybe in the meantime,